the call, and is that husband of yours around? The
If
old
you'd like
guy?
to talk to him.
Okay,
Would you
sure.
like to speak to the young man
He
here?
He makes her say young.
Have a great
Yeah,
week.
you too, Linda.
Bye.
And it was great seeing you, Heather.
Thank you. Good to
Bye-bye.
talk to you.
Bye-bye.
Just a minute, please.
He's taking. He's got a penny whistle. You know.
You
he's
did it again, Reed.
You're in trouble.
What's that? What's
You
that?
did it again. You've got another lovely young lady at your side.
She is. She's a gorgeous
He
creature,
knows what
you
he's
know.
up to, doesn't he?
I've had her before, though. She was on 10 years ago when she
You
was
just can't leave him alone, can you,
well,
sweet Reed?
when she was the gardener in charge over at Chautauqua. We did a show about the flowers and the
Yes.
gorgeous beds and the fabulous
Yes.
little parks and the pocket parks and everything over there, and she was doing that. She was in charge of it.
Yeah.
I'm beginning to think you're an old reprobate, Reed.
Of course I am. When you reach my age, which isn't quite yours, of course, but
You're getting closer to me all the time.
He'll
You're
have the
aging
next gardener
rapidly.
on. There's another nice young lady that took my place there. You're
really?
going to want to talk to her next.
I'm also upset about this corporation thing. A corporation is not a person.
That's
it's a
right.
collection of persons.
Well, what
it's
the
a
hell?
super person.
What-
They
what-
have their individual votes individually.
Of course,
They
and
shouldn't be allowed
so
to
what
collectively
possessed
then
what
ramrod
possessed
the
them?
rest of us?
What possessed the Supreme Court to just unchain the beast, unleash the beast on the American public?
It's unconscionable.
It is. I can't imagine why they did it. What they were thinking.
Well, I think it was the plan all along.
You think so? Well, the corporations definitely are going to take over our Congress, and somebody's scalping me.
Yeah, well, if they want to get to
Yeah, you
Congress,
are.
then they
Oh, there you go.
they own the
I'm better
world,
do it. I'm
you
better
know,
do it.
and it'll be the United Corporation of America.
Yeah.
Our Pledge of Allegiance is going to have to be changed,
Yeah, well, Exxon Mobil will own a good part of the
and
Congress.
then we could change the last two lines for liberty and justice for some.
Yeah, for
Instead of
for the
all.
big boys, yeah, the rich and powerful. Oh, still already own 90% of everything in this country. 2% of the country owns 90%. You tell me, is it time for a revolution now?
I'm afraid it's not looking good at all. I
Not
know they had a
good?
gun show up in Mayville, and there were 25,000 people up there.
Yeah, well, they've done everything possible to take the guns away from us, though.
You know?
You're not allowed in much more than a pea shooter now.
We probably
you know-
hadn't better get into this, Reed. We're liable to end up in
Probably,
in
the
slammer.
CIA is going to
They're
come
building
visit
new
us.
prisons all over the place for guys like us.
That is correct. As a matter of fact, they are, and they're going to be interring us before long. And I expect to be gone very shortly off the air because I think we should be entitled to have all the bazookas we want. And
We have a shotgun.
And well, I'm talking about bazookas and
Oh,
cannons, and
oh, man.
I think we should be allowed to have A-bombs if we want to. You
Mini
know,
ones?
You better watch out about being so outspoken, Reed.
I think we should have machine guns. Every home should
You
have a
better
machine
start
gun.
reciting the party line and rehearsing it at home.
Teabaggers.
At night and in the morning. Hey, I'm gonna let you go. Nice to talk to you.
Okay, Doug.
Take care.
Thanks a lot. Are you going ice fishing? Do you ice fish out there?
Well, I used to, but I used to do it, surreptitiously in the middle of the night so no one would see me.
Okay. You catch? What do you catch out there now?
Walleye, of course. Yeah, and rainbow trout and
Perch?
octopi.
The octopi. A lot of octopi.
No.
Throw 'em on the ice.
Sharks.
I remember. I can still remember catching my first big fish.
Uh-huh.
When I was a kid with my father. It was a carp, actually,
Oh yeah, they are
but it
huge.
was about a foot long.
Right. Well, you know, if they smoke them, they're not bad eating. They're pretty good. And they make gefilte fish out of them too.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to let you go, Reed.
Okay.
It's been good talking to you.
No penny whistle this time, huh?
No, I'll spare you that. I'm going to Skype you now for pretty regularly, so I can get on television with you.
Well, I mentioned to Heather that you are a maestro on the penny whistle.
Yeah, well, I'm learning. I've got about 200 songs now that
Okay.
I play about 198 of them badly.
Doug Spaulding, thanks a lot, Doug. You have a
good
good
to talk to
day.
you, Reed. Good to see you. Bye bye.
Yeah, you must know Doug from your days over at Chautauqua.
Yeah.
He's a well-known guy.
A lot of friendly faces. People would
Yeah,
come up and
right.
talk to me all the time.
Yeah, well, Doug, he just runs around cackling on his little scooter.
On his
you
little
know.
scooter.
He's getting, he's for an old guy, he gets around pretty well.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
you know, and he's
Sounds
just
like a young buck to me.
he's a dear, sweet guy, you know.
Yeah, yeah. There's a good bunch of people
Doug
there.
Spalding, doing the job over at Chautauqua. He used to be the landowner's friend. Okay, back to miniatures.
Back to miniatures.
What do you want to tell me about
Oh,
now?
let me see. What else do I want to tell you? Oh,
Who's that pretty girl up at the top?
pretty lady
You
at the
said you
top.
don't do dolls, but that sure as hell is a doll.
I know, but you know what? They don't call these dolls in the miniature world. They
Okay.
call them people.
Okay, that's a little
She's
people.
a people. She's handmade,
Uh-huh.
poured porcelain, handmade gown. The interesting thing about her is the doll artist that makes her is an Indian woman that wears a sari.
Oh, really? Oh, that kind of Indian.
She makes all these wonderful
from India.
From India, these
Yeah.
wonderful Victorian dolls. Yeah, she's pretty talented. You know, here's something else we should bring up a little bit too.
Okay,
I
talk
brought you
about it.
that handout. They call it the 350 Project.
350 project.
350 Project.
What's that?
This is a grassroots
Yeah.
organization that's trying to help everybody save their local economy.
Okay.
And the whole idea behind the 350 is to pick 3 of your favorite locally owned stores and try to spend $50 in each of them once a month. And the
Once
philosophy
a month, that would wipe out my
once a month.
complete
I know. I
budget.
probably might have to do the 310 policy, where
Yeah,
I go spend
310.
$10. But you know,
Yeah.
the idea is to get them into the local stores.
Uh-huh.
The money that's spent in that local store, their statistics say out of every $100 spent in independently owned stores, 68 comes back to the community. When you go to a big box national chain, 43 stays in your community.
Walmart.
Walmart, any of the big chains, really. You know, Walmart has some pretty nefarious business practices, so I do try to, you know, avoid them. But you know, the little stores are what's made this country work. They're going under one by one by one. It's tough to be out there in business. So it's kind of a grassroots campaign. It's on the internet. They call it the 350project.net. You can Google it and get all kinds of information about it. And it's basically telling store owners, let the public know, you know, we want to be
350
here for you.
project, and spend some bucks right home.
Right at home, right in your own local. If you live in Fredonia, go spend it in Fredonia.
Yeah, I
if
do
you
in
live in
Westfield.
Mayville,
I
you
buy
said you shop
most
in
of my things
Westfield.
in Westfield that I can find.
Yep.
I do go to Walmart. They hire more people than any other store in the world, I think, in the community.
They are one of
anyway.
the biggest hires
Yeah.
in the United States.
So
they are.
They do. That's one way they contribute. Although they buy a lot of stuff from China, I hear.
They do. They
Yeah.
do.
Well, you
We
know,
need those little
I just
stores.
got this one signal that just came in.
Uh-oh.
We're out of here.
We're out of here.
Okay, 30
Bye.
seconds. Finish up.
Okay, well, I hope everybody gets a chance to escape into the miniature world and get away from the big bad world and enjoy yourself a little bit.
And
Life
drop
is short.
by at where do you
Come to
have?
the Red Brick Farm. Come
The
see
Red
us at
Brick- well,
Chautauqua
this isn't-
Miniatures.
this
Two
isn't
Chicks
a-
Gift Shop. My partner Sandra Duffy's there. Frank Kier. We're all there to help you. We have Sue next door in the Yarn Cottage. Wonderful place to come.
Yeah, you can't
Perfect
miss the Red
setting.
Brick Farm. It's a little tiny miniature brick building there, right?
The Yarn Cottage is right next to us. Yes, it is a little. She is a little building. We're a big brick
You're the
building,
barn,
and the
okay.
perfect setting. Wonderful spot. So
All
come
right.
on by. 7
Well,
days a
drop
week. We're
around,
open.
drop around if you want to get in a miniature. If they
Yeah.
wanted to talk to you, and
The gift
you
shop's
brought something
great,
up,
too.
give them a phone number, would you?
Sure, it's 753-3100.
Okay, thank you very
You
much.
bet. ChautauquaMiniatures.com.
Heather Johnson gave up her Saturday morning to come
I
over
gotta go
here
to work,
and
yeah.
say hello to everybody.
Yes, yes.
I want to thank certain people out there. Chuck Kelsey, what a job he's doing. He's building our new studio with Devin Taylor and a lot of help from the local people. I want to thank Chris Burt. I want to thank Chris Ramaker, Mort Flexer, Randy Burt, Jeff Zook, and Don Zenz. All these beautiful people out there doing the job. I want to, sorry caller, the last caller we didn't get a chance to get on, but we'll do it again sometime. How's that? Now, get out there and sing and dance, and don't shovel your lawn. You know, the nice thing about winter is, you know, your lawn looks just as good as your neighbor's. Hey, have a wonderful time. All that is proud and true and noble abide with you. I'm Reed Powers.